Okay, it's 7 p.m. I'll call the Tuesday, April 1st, 2025 to order at 7 p.m. We'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional territories of the Indigenous peoples of the Treaty 7 territory and the Otipemisiwak Métis Government, District 4. Respect the histories, languages, cultures of the First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First People of Canada whose presence continue to enrich our community. Item 2.1, the agenda of April 1st. Are there any edits or changes? If there's none, can I get a motion? Councilor Knight.
I motion that the April 1st, 2025 challenge will be accepted as prepared.
All in favor? Item 3.1, March 18th, 2025, regular council meeting. Are there any edits? No edits. Can I get a motion?
Chair. With the March 18th, 2025 regular council meeting.
Okay, all in favor? Item 4.1, 2025 National Volunteer Week Proclamation. Yes, and community development coordinator.
Mayor Harris and Council, thanks for guys for having me here this evening. So I'm here to talk about Volunteer Week. April is National Volunteer Week, and it's a time to celebrate and thank Canada's 2021 volunteers. The National Volunteer Week for 2025 is going to be from April 7th to May 4th, and the theme this year is Volunteers Make Slaves. So the SCSS department would like to celebrate National Volunteer Week for 2025 by thanking our local volunteers and volunteer groups through newspaper, e-news, social media posts, and as well as by talking by our local volunteers during their regular monthly meetings. Just to thank them for volunteering in our community. We also had nominations throughout the start of Crossfield Volunteer Awards, so we'll also have awards and for that. It's currently with after nomination or selections committee. Volunteering strengthens connection to community, and volunteers in Crossfield creativity against Crossfield a more desirable place to live. The funds for National Volunteer Week will come from the FCSS internal programming budget, as this program directly aligns to FCSS. We did also receive a small grant through Volunteer Alberta to help with our enhancement funding, so it's about $600 that we received with that. The overall goal of FCSS is to enhance social well-being. By recognizing and showing appreciation for volunteers is a great way to enhance the social well-being of many volunteers. So I'm recommending that council make a proclamation to declare April 27th to May 4th, 2025 as Volunteer Week.
Excellent, thank you. Any comments or questions for Nicole? No questions for me, but we can't do it without volunteers. I can see a big uptake in volunteerism here in Crossfield with Craft Hockey Bill. The play that just happened with all of our not-for-profit groups and our sporting groups that are doing their job. So we could never hire enough people to do all the things that are happening in Crossfield. So great work to all the volunteers. Thank you. Okay, so I will make the motion that council makes a proclamation declaring April 27th to May 4th, 2025 as Volunteer Week in Crossfield. All in favor? Motion carried. Item 4.2, all exploration report. Steve Altina, Director of Infrastructure and
Council, Steve Altina, Director of Infrastructure, presenting item 4.2. The purpose of the report is to seek council's direction for administration to recommence exploration to town hall facility. The current town office will be insufficient to meet the town's future spatial needs. This direction will enable the active approach to address them. The current town office facility, originally occupied by the town in 2012, meets the town's current operational needs. Although the town's existing footprint within the facility provides very limited coverage. As the town continues to grow, it's evident that existing space is increasingly inadequate to accommodate demands. Spatial limitations will pose operational challenges into the near future, including insufficient office space for staff and future growth requirements and inadequate storage and workspace for operation. A preliminary review of potential solutions was previously undertaken but not pursued to completion. Given the town's steady population growth and management municipal services, it is timely to reassess and advance the issue. Recommence an exploration of a new town hall location for the facility would involve the following. One, needs assessment, conducting a comprehensive review of the current and future space requirements based on the growth. Number two, site identification and evaluation, identification of potential solutions in Crossfield that align with accessibility and living costs. Three, conceptual planning, development of preliminary design processes for a new facility or location. Number four, financial analysis, which would explore funding strategies, including reserve funding, grants, partnerships, potential phase development options. And five, council review and direct and presenting findings and recommendations for council consideration. The first two steps noted above, along with the financial analysis and largely undertaken by internal staff, are proposed targeted completion dates, Q1 6. Any further development, conceptual planning, and next steps will require additional approval of the council. Consultants. In terms of impact and implications, on the social side, the social benefits of investing in a new town hall facilities for Crossfield. The Crossfield community to improve service delivery, larger, more efficient space for administration for residents, service. Community identity and civic pride, dedicated town hall serves as a focal point for municipal governance, true to the sense. The communications engagement, administration will continue to update the council on advancements relating to this priority, and the public will remain informed of council updates. Again, discussing all financial implications at this stage, there are no direct financial implications. One and two, will largely contribute the internal staff resources to consultation with council. Once the location has been identified, conceptual plans will be completed, which will require further financial resources in the form part of the future report and recommendation to council. Detailed financial analysis also presented more stuff. So, administration's recommendation is that council direct administration to recommence exploration of the town hall location facility. Recognizing this process can extend over multiple years, and the existing spatial limitations will not support future growth. No presentation.
Thank you. Oh no, I'm disappointed. I was expecting a suit tonight.
I only know one, sorry.
All right, any questions for Director Elton?
Through the chair.
Elton,
Just talking like, in terms of projection, like 1, 3, 5 years, how many rooms are we short? How many buses are we short? How much space are we physically short right now? First part. Second part is the locations of their own, such as the library or the club, or other places that we put thousand seats. And then third, are we thinking that this would be potentially tied into a future rec center? What do you call it? So the total will be so in the assessment.
In the chair, but the like a field house.
Yeah,
Multi-purpose.
that's the, and if we are looking at someone, not just going with staffing.
Sure. Thank you to the mayor, councilman. So number one, I think what was, what's our current capacity now? So I would say the town facility 1005 Ross Street, sure. The staff on this year is accommodate that facility. There's several offices that double up. Bring brought as officer on staff. So the town offices, I think, council presented this information. When administration brought forward a request to bring those staff on about staffing levels for Russell City. So speak there. Where they are so thank you. Close to town road. of the town grows, we're probably 2 to 3 years. Second question.
Other locations, like library.
Other locations, so we do have some staff, we do, other locations, we do staff, to the libraries, we have 2 staff. There is one more space. There's both some operational challenges as staff separates. Also staff. Three now that three functions, shop, shop, function. So there's, I would say, limited to this. Staff. And there would also be more constraints. Also, there are instances or access, non-existent. For the public, staff like planning and development, we want their hall or the town office, they respond to. Third question, I guess, was about pairing town office facility with a facility. That's certainly an option, obviously, but that's quite we would look at the space for to development. Certainly, I think a lot of keys. Chunk of land. So, state it's pretty early in the planning stages.
Well, I appreciate it. Making sure that we're looking at all the right locations, every spot available, so we can get a few more years with it, so we can get an actual a facility that we need here. So, thank you.
Yeah, and sorry, just to the chair, it's just another point there is administration brought it up some discussion on the going to bring that step well. So town office facility department certainly provide those 2 works.
Any other questions? Councillor Gus.
Here's the chair. Thanks, Steve. I'm always about the financial implications for our event centers, not recognition financially, but you are, you know, how much time you think you spend on this. Yes, a couple of items you talked about investment and site identification, evaluation, and then the conceptual planning. Would that be in-house? Or would that be outsourced at that kind of stage of the game?
The chair, Councilor Gustafson. So again, we feel like administration can handle number 1 and 2, so that means the season outside identification evaluation. Likely to come forward with that land strategy as well, right? So in terms of financial implication, they what administration is offering within our current budget for staff, workloads, and that those 2 items. I think conceptual planning stage, W development for design, that would likely require consultants.
And then you also mentioned consultation council meeting or just a general planning meeting or something like that set off every time. It would involve all the council.
Yeah, the chair, the council, certainly, I think this strategy for that, right? So yeah, certainly, you know, we just have some fun. Know what that's going to look like, but certainly it's workshop. I think working towards coordinating well with council for the operations. So I see that as an opportunity. I hope we should start. Not just for this project, so everything on the
I have to look at one last thing, it's just a general timeline for the 135 is, general timelines is, what would be our hopes, what would be our, if we can get through this in 2 years, 5 years, who knows? That's kind of,
But have it built, like,
well, kind of to go through the entire, steps from the assessment right to council action is that's kind of where, how long would that take us to get to that point?
the chair of council gets to know that something she wants to, or you take a stab at it. I think you're seeing, kind of like Q1 to 2026 for two items there. I would expect the remaining three items, and that council review direction on the section. I would expect to do that. More item, should by but not that case. 6, and we like maybe 2026 or 2027 to I would go see that 1 through 5. Get it over in the end.
For the chair, I have no sensitive comments. So I feel that Council Justice that's a question, but and Director of probably so council, but I would like to hope that any formal decision of council, I think, to this project will ultimately help to the decision. That's
And I know this is a huge decision for the town, knowing that we have a lot of other pressing issues that to take care of and something like this. Massive undertaking for the town. So justify it. I'm always cautious on putting my vote behind. It's just
Yeah, I think I may their question restriction is opposite. You're saying this may be so the administration's trying to get out ahead of this, so they can have the full. They're doing interesting things with staff, it's first oriented process again, like 18 months to the time to get to council election or so we will
and I guess there's probably no grants that you get.
well, I wouldn't say there's not. But I think that's something that administration would always look for as we,
Okay, that's all. Thank you, Mayor.
you got, anyone else? Okay, I don't have any questions because this is exploratory really in nature and I'm probably have lots of questions at the back. All right. If there's no further discussion. So have a motion. Through the chair. Councilor Lang.
I'll make a motion that council direct administration to recommence the exploration of a town hall location facilities. recognizing that the process can extend over multiple years and that this space has spatial limitations, not support future growth requirements of town.
Okay, any further discussion before we put it to vote?
Through the chair. And maybe, I don't know if it's worth it to add as a small adjustment. Adjustment required for this.
I think that if there was a budget adjustment, it has to council. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that already good?
I'm
Okay. All right, if everyone's good with that motion, then all okay. I motion carried. Thank you, Steve. Item 5.1 is now the policy C 101-7 flag protocol policy. Lindsay Natch, manager of legislative and administrative services. Speaking of the longest title. Did you do that on purpose?
Here in council. I'm here to present, in flag protocol policy council consideration. This policy is to provide clear guidance on the display, handling, and management of flags flown at town properties to ensure respect, consistency, and administration of so accept flag protocol as to provide some background. The town council currently does not have a formalized policy governing flag protocols, which leads to confusion with half-masting and flag. The adoption of a policy protocol will provide clarity on procedures and ensuring that flag-related decisions align with best practices and government regulations. Within the flag protocol policy, we have included general display guidelines, which outlines the proper positioning for residents and flags. We've also included half-masting procedures, specifics when and how flags should be lowered to have mass and recognition of events and morning periods. It also includes responsibilities and authorities, assigning responsibility to the CAO or the designated officer for flag management and decision making. It also outlines the proper positioning for president and the chamber. Upon council approval, the policy will be formally adopted. Both departments. Staff will receive guidance on policy including proper flag handling procedures. Information regarding the policy will also be available for review by the town. The policy is expected to have minimal financial impact as the communication costs will be managed within the budgets. And policy is attached.
Thank you. Questions? Councilor Justison.
Chair. I have a couple of questions on 3.10. Flags being flown at night. Is that standard throughout? Because my impression or my understanding is a flag is allowed to be flown at night if it's lit. I thought that was usual policy. That's a general rule. Flag is to be flown at night. It's lit by a light.
So, you want to see next one? So I did read it and play it.
I've always thought that it's more at night. I know it's a little bit of a technical, but it is.
For example, I know that the city Bertie just did a flag policy. I don't think that was in the flag policy. We have 36 or 40 some flagpole sets, and not very many of them are lit. Yeah.
I'm just, that's a question. It was always my belief that a flag should be flown at night.
I can double check on that. I know I read it.
CEO Barney, we can. Sorry.
Did you Google it?
It looks like that according to like protocol, like that should.
Yes,
However, it's as practice, right? So,
okay,
like, person to probably find some. Word different. student. But to follow all the points.
or have a lit,
Right, I'll have a list.
maybe something.
Also a good question.
I have another one, if I may, Mayor.
Go
The wording on 6.2, I'm not overly fond with the, at this time. Why is that word used at this time? Are we planning to change it, or at this time, the town of Russell should not fly the flags of charitable organizations or other incentives? So that's leading into, hey, we are open to the option of going down a different path. And
I left it in there. I left it in there as that is something that. Future, granted, right now, we don't have resources for, the equipment to, fly additional community flags. So we've left in there for future if that is situations, but we could certainly, reword that if that.
And where I was getting at, if it comes down to, it, we just look back at the policy.
And change.
You just change it.
Yeah.
So like, my request would be to get rid of at this time and just start at the town of Cross and Shillong or other communities until, I would just get rid of those three words.
It makes it a little more clear.
That's what I would be very clear on. I had one more, and maybe I just missed it. It should just say one flag per flagpole. Is that in there?
It is.
It is there. Okay, just one. One flag per pole.
That was a long time ago.
So long, it was a long time ago, but it got beat into my head. We learned how to hold the
Right.
flags. Yeah, raise the flags, lower the flags, hold the flags.
All right, any more questions from council? Dr. Brennan,
Chair. More of a curiosity, just 3.11 and lines of say page 3 of 5. I'm just curious what you consider properly, if replaced and properly disposed of. Mostly a curiosity.
Chair, Council Brennan, there is, protocol on how to dispose of like.
Because I know through the chair, and Calgary they have ceremony, whatever. So I'm just curious, yeah.
any other questions? Thank you, Chair. Lindsay, I just out of curiosity, it's not really to do with policy, but our flags still have people on them. So is there any plan to have them? Because I know we haven't finished branding yet, but
Through the chair, it could be in the future, that would be something that, could be done as a community. Bring maybe together again, and that's what, last one is put up, community create a town flag. It's kind of, a decision that the council, if you want to put it out there, or if council wants another opportunity of staff creating flag or something.
like on that note, I just think that once the town finishes branding that we have, we align it with that, then that should be the story. Any other questions? Okay, well done. Thanks for keeping it clean and simple. I think we'll move to a motion with the amended piece from Counselor Gustafson. Who'd like to make that motion? Counselor Gustafson.
Through the chair, thank you. I'll move the council adopt the new flag policy, policy C 101-25 as outlined in the fourth page, April the 1st, 2025. With the amendment of 6.2 to remove at this time in the prescription.
Any discussion? Vote. Okay, all in favor? That's motion carried. Thank you. Okay, item 5.2, council policy C 102-25 corporate sponsorship and community partnership policy. Again, we have Nash, manager of legislative administrative services.
I'm here to present, the new corporate sponsorship partnership policy. This policy provides guidelines for collaborating with corporate sponsors and community partners to support and enhance municipal programs, services, and infrastructure, while upholding transparency, accountability. Administration is recommending council accept the corporate sponsorship partnership policy as we have. Provide council with some background. To further enhance public services and infrastructure while delivering high-quality programs, many municipalities are seeking external funding and resources, including corporate sponsorship, health, financial support. Formal policy ensures these sponsorships align with founding values. Policy establishes a guiding framework for partnerships aligned with values and goals and establishes accountability policy, outlines the town-owned assets, sponsoring, and along with general sponsorship. The strategic alignment aligns with and will growth and infrastructure, parks, recreation, and occupation. Economical impact, by partnering with corporate sponsorship, the town can lessen the financial burden on taxpayers while supporting program services and infrastructure. These sponsorships can also generate new revenue streams, helping to enhance public spaces, events. Good policy helps ensure that sponsorship reflects values and upholds integrity of services. Additional money can enhance recreational programs, cultural events, and public initiatives, fostering greater. The financial impacts, so corporate sponsorships and partnerships generate additional revenue, and administrative oversight will be required to manage agreements that avoid resources may be allocated for contract management according to sponsorship.
Thank you. Questions? Counselor Gustafson, it's your night.
Thank you, Mayor. Through the chair. I just have one quick question about value in kind and about value in kind and how we evaluate that and who evaluates that. And I just didn't see that within the policy, how that is dealt with. You know, somebody could, you know, the sponsor could say, you know what, this is worth $10,000 and it's actually, how do we evaluate? Is that taken care of within the policy itself? Or is that going to be used somewhere else?
Through the chair, that would be in corporate sponsorship would be different.
For sure.
Each party.
So that's dealt out with at that level.
At that
Is that
level.
covered? Okay. So that doesn't have to be spelled out at the policy.
Well, let's talk about it just a little bit because I think that when you have a gift in kind, and that is a sponsorship, that value of cash and gift in kind is 3 to 1. So the gift in kind value should be 3 times more than a cash value, because we hold cash, and that's kind of a standard rule when it comes to sponsorship. So I wouldn't mind seeing in the policy that the value of a gift in kind is 3 to 1. And then you can write what that value is in agreement. But that gives you that standard and that consistency. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was, like, how do we, well, the evaluation part will happen at a stage, but
And I know that value was 3 to 1 like a few years ago. You might want to check and see if it holds true today. But there is a standard on gift in kind compared to cash. Other question?
you stole my thunder, Mayor.
Well, I didn't steal your thunder. I think
You know, I was gonna hit on that.
I gave you an assist.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Teamwork,
There you go.
absolute teamwork. I think that was the only thing that kind of struck out with me that
Anyone? Okay, I have a couple. So item 4.1.4 reads at the bottom there, minimum term of 5 years for an agreement. Any time, any level of a sponsorship, there should be an agreement. So I'd be happy to, with that minimum term, just simply state that anytime that there will be an agreement, and then is legal.
Through the chair, I think, just that, that prevents specific rights agreements. So the main rights of by probably, but I guess using this is the intent for that. We're not changing of our assets and some consistency. So, as an example, we would to provide a sponsorship opportunity for a recreation facility that may necessarily change your
Okay, I mean, that's fine, but we would do an agreement on any sponsorship. But what you're saying is if it's a naming right, that's a minimum 5 years, but what's the maximum? Because nothing's forever. I think this one, I'll get to you, but nothing's forever. And it would depend on the value, if it is the value to get to that 5-year point or that 10-year point. So where is that? Because what I don't want to happen is somebody comes in, they get a naming rights, say for $100,000 over a 10-year period of time, and we're maintaining whatever that looks like, and we're spending more money than what we're gaining. It just doesn't have that return on investment, if that makes sense. Counselor Dusty.
thank you, Mayor, through the chair. I think the intention behind 4.1.4 was more of a commitment level of the sponsorship for the naming of it. Is that the intention of it? That's where I'm reading. It's the commitment level of that sponsor, not just like, Joe's Lumber can do it 1 year, like for, say $10,000, and the next year it's another person for 10. Like, yeah, you're looking for a larger commitment from somebody to have a what I read into this. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I understand that. It just kind of leaves you hanging, I think the way it's worded on, people do a minimum, but they're not doing a maximum, and the value doesn't matter.
So, oh, and to mayors, would you like to see more specific numbers in policy with a grid of?
Well, I don't know if we need to see a grid. I just am wondering if we can still simply say all of those details will be kind of determined in agreement. I just wanna make sure that we get our ROIs right for this and the length of time's correct for this. And I get that there would be a minimum. So we would entertain anything less than 5 years. Maybe it's just the wording.
Just through the chair, but, on 6.08 seems to be around 6.2 to area one line, so it says one, two, in cash or in kind of. So go in that part of the evaluation criteria. So go back, so out, and you thought about financial contribution, sponsor here. For, sponsorship. And as we want to ensure financial and is on forever town.
Yeah, and to me, on the 6.2.2, when it was, when you get a sponsorship, there would be a cost to the town to be enrolled in that sponsorship kind of package. So that, they're paying for the signage, they're paying stuff through their sponsorship, and there's no cost to us. Let's do they have, 6.27, the term of the agreement, yes. But, can we just make that more of a full sentence saying there's a term of the agreement, there will be a start and finish time of the agreement? I've just seen too many facilities and other things paying. And people think it's forever. And then you talk to families or businesses, and they're, well, that's not what we got, or that's not what we signed. I just kind of want to be really clear. And then 6.3 is the intent on that one that agreement and form a legal contract that is acceptable to the town. Wouldn't we say that sponsorship agreement that we enter in a town document? Because if the sponsor comes in, we wouldn't be our facility. We're not using their document to sign off on. It should be a town template, a town document that we would use as a legal contract for them to sign. So if we do that, then it wouldn't, I guess, acceptable. Yes. A town key. Okay.
Through the chair, yes. Writing this mission. Sponsors. Now. Legally binding contract. Sponsorship.
I'd be more comfortable if we actually said that in 6.3 that it would be a town drafted document or a town document.
Thank you, Mayor Harris. I just had kind of a suggestion for a wording there. Instead of saying that is acceptable to the town, it could say that is provided by the town or drafted by the town, something to that effect instead.
Thank you. You're not paid just to sit there. Yeah. That's all I got. Anyone else? Okay. So Lindsay's sitting right here, so what do you think on any motion?
Through the chair, so Lindsay, if you want, I can highlight what changes were brought forward. I needed a motion to adopt the policy. So I can highlight this for council.
Yes, please.
This is what I heard, and tell me if I that we incorporate Nominate for appointments and the best practice. And that's section 6.27, say term of the agreement and focus on it. And 6.2, focus on shall be provided.
I think that covered it. You think so?
Yeah,
Great. Any other questions or discussion? All right, can I get a motion?
through the chair.
Counselor Gustafson,
I'll move that the council adopt the new corporate sponsorship and community partnerships policy C 102-25 as outlined in the report dated April 1st, 2025 as
works. All right, any further discussion? Okay, all in favor? Motion's carried. Good work. Thank you. Okay, that brings us to item 6, council business. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I've had a mayor's caucus meeting. I've done a ton of interviews for craft hockey bill, different radio stations, newspapers, those types of things. We met with Theo Barney, Director Altina, and I met with Minister Schultz yesterday. They talked about wastewater and the invasive species that could potentially be available to us. We found that it was really good to understand the situation we're in when we flood. So it's going to go back to chat with their staff to see if we can get things moving along. Anything done? See you learning or Director Altina? Great. And that is about it. Deputy Mayor talks.
I completed my SDV training. We've already had our first SDV public hearing. And I had a regular meeting last night as you also had a regular meeting.
Councilor Brennan.
This past Saturday, I attended, I cannot remember the acronym. Parks group, but they threw on one heck of a play. It was fantastic. Well attended, it's supported to someone that was part of it. Saturday's group of the Rockets, so.
Is that the group you were in?
That's all.
Okay, Councilor Gustafson.
I also attended the apps function on Friday as a volunteer.
Awesome.
Hard to got everybody routed or help them get routed.
You helped them get that.
Yes. I did. Oh, and it'll be upcoming. I have those next week. Audit. Yes.
Councilor Knight.
Nothing formally to talk about, but I have been reaching out for the last week or so to friends, family, craft hockey CrossFit, so just sure about everything that's watching us. Try to log in Friday and Saturday and spoke, and hopefully see everyone Saturday for the rally.
Yep. Absolutely. Councilor Lambert.
I attended the open house for the MVP in the podcast. I had to give kudos to Steve and the rest of the staff that put that display together, and we were there to answer people's questions. I hope it. I was there rather early, so I hope it got here later on in the day.
Really good. And sorry, Councilor Bang sends his regrets to me. So yeah, I also attended that. And, we had, gosh, I think it was like over 100 online surveys completed for the pump track. And, then we had, quite a few on site, putting their votes in for both the pump track and for the, and there were some good questions there too. For the NVPs as people went through and asked some questions. A couple of them came in and asked questions, but that's all I needed. You answered it. It's all good. So it was well done. All right, and just like Councilor Knight said, a big shout out to our craft hockey bill. We're gaining momentum. We've had endorsements from NHL players, past NHL players, from Brendan Lorenzo, from Minister Schultz, who did a quick video with us on yesterday. It was really decent of hers. Nathan Cooper's going to do the oral and do that stuff about the district so well. So we're hoping that will come through. Friday is a rally, a voting rally. Saturday is not only a voting rally, but it is the rally to find out if we're going to win. It's at United Arena, and I'm hoping to see everyone there. All right. Can I get a motion? To the chair, I'll make the motion that counts. And second. Okay, all in favor? Motion carried. And 6.1, the administrative update. It's the Lindy Nash, manager of legislative and administrative services.
I'm here to present, the administrative update, March. Under Public Works and Infrastructure, the town has been addressing the water meter replacement program for commercial and industrial properties using a combination of staff and contracted owners. This program should wrap up in about 2 to 3 months. Under planning and development, public engagement for the conducted in March, including open house on March 26th and an online survey. The MDP will be returning to council in May or June for hearing. Upcoming under public safety, an emergency exercise is being planned on May 8th in partnership with Rocky County and the Village of Islander. We will also be working with COSITEP and W4 School. The scenario for this exercise is a tornado hitting the Cusco Mobile Estates as well as one of COSITEP's building. Communication will be going out to the public and coming to inform them of this exercise. Under community events and services, you guys already spoke about craft hockey bill. Eric and Randy, the arena supervisor, have been very busy supporting craft hockey bill youth as they make a push to win the competition for prize of 200,000 in upgrades. Voting is from 7 a.m. April 4th to 3 p.m. April 5th. And Council previously mentioned the kickoff rally is being held on 4th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the United Arena with games. And the mega rally is being held outside of April 5th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. A free lunch tasting.
Even 67 question, we've written for council saying how you vote. You have to register.
Yes.
And then you can vote as many times as you want from the same email. But in between that, you register and then you can vote, and then there's another button you have to.
I believe it's the I'm not a computer thing where you have to select
Right, to show that you're not a robot.
Yeah.
You gotta hit the check mark or hit something.
Yeah.
And then vote it mark it. Okay, great. Yeah. And then I was just curious, like, on the Saturday from 11 till 3, it goes later too. That's on Saturday. The voting ends at 3, but the event goes until 7 o'clock. So, yeah.
Through the chair, and my apologies. When this was put together, that was the information we had, but I believe extended because they're going to be having that live viewing of the announcement. So yes, it'll be
That's
going later during Hockey Night in Canada. But
So I thought it was until 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying. Sorry, go ahead.
Doing under community services and items, an application has been submitted to participation fund for pathway and sidewalk replacements. We were also successful in attending attaining the following grant funding, 7,000 for a written response path to the fire department, $600 for Volunteer Alberta to support national volunteer week initiatives, and 25,000 to support pastoral wellness initiatives. Upcoming Amory Park Cultural Ring RFP for March 27, administration and review proposals and look to award the project. Under community service and statement, March 1st, 7, customer service handled 301 citizen service requests. It was a slight decrease from 300 in February. Again, primary topics included administration, interactions for payments and general inquiry, and development inquiries, interactions, and development will be getting busy over the next couple months with leveraging. One of the administration priorities for 2025 is to increase the functionality of the town's website. This work is underway with the creative opportunity section that can be accessed using a quick link on the town's homepage. In the opportunity section, we will find the town's opportunities in one location. This includes job opportunities, standard opportunities such as for RFPs and RFPs, and then surplus equipment sales and volunteer opportunities. In the future, administration anticipates sponsorship opportunities will in this location. Administration use web training is ongoing, and council training is scheduled for our council meeting. We, under administrative services, we are happy to have our new system starting April 7th, and our administrative work starting on April 15th. And administration is in the process of developing a quarterly corporate report sent to council. This report aims to replace quarterly financial update by providing comprehensive overview of organizational activities. It will include updates on strategic plan, capital projects, planning activities, departments, enforcement statistics, procurement efforts, and financial fairness. And the 2025 operating capital budgets are being refined, and budget adjustments will be presented. Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Questions for manager Nash? Job. All right. Would like to present a motion?
Who's your
Councilor Craig.
motion? The manager update be accepted as presented.
Sure. Any questions or discussion? All right, all in favor? Motion carried. All right, then 2.2, standing items with CEO Burton.
Couple of items on the training. So that's the first one, 057. Support that. So, 052 spoke to engagement that focus on 26. So that already that one and following councils and that's all.
Questions? So there's no questions for you. Yeah, and we'll assume there's no further discussion. So all in favor? Oh, Let's get a motion for, yeah, thank you. Rushing that one.
Okay, I'll make a motion that item 052 be moved and item 002 be finished.
Thanks. 057. No, 052. Okay, so that's 052 and 057. All in favor? Motion carried. And who'd like to? Through the chair, Councilor Lambert.
I'd like to make a motion to council adjourn and
Excellent, thank you.